Do you know some of us complain without even realizing it? We complain about the weather, we complain about the job, about what we eat, about where we live, about everything. And complaining has become part of our daily routine. But what if I told you that complaining might be one of the reasons you're still stuck where you are, spiritually, mentally, and even emotionally? I want you to think about it. How often do you find yourself saying things like, why is this happening to me? Why are things not coming my way? Or why is it that people don't just understand me? Complaint feels harmless, right? But it's one of those silent habits that slowly take away your peace and even shift your mind from focus. Yes, and I get it. You just want to let it out. But what if it's part of the habit that is feeding your frustration? I once heard Alex say something about this particular topic, and it actually changed the way I feel about this particular thing, right? He said something like, we complain because we've been rewarded in the past. But that's right. That's true, right? Think about it. When you complain, people pay attention to you. They comfort you, they sympathize with you, and they give you affection that make you feel seen. And so on and on, that cycle continues. That's why some people even like to stay sick or sad, because that's the only time attention comes their way. But deep down, it doesn't solve anything. Another reason we complain is because we compare our past with our present. You're comparing about the things you used to have, the things you used to do, the things you used to eat, where you used to live. And that comparison makes your current season to look so unfair. But here's the good news. Life is not unfair. You are just in process. When you complain, you give power to what you hate and you magnify the problem. Imagine standing in front of the mirror and you keep repeating or saying the things that you don't like to hear. The things you don't like to say about yourself, the things you don't like to hear about yourself. And you stay in front of the mirror and you're like, why am I like this? Look at me, I don't have this, I don't have that. Why do I even have this skin color? Why do I this? Why is my eyes this big? Why is my nose this long? Why is my mouth this, like that? You are magnifying the problem. And then the shocking part is, when you finish complaining, you now look at yourself. The weight is now more heavier than it was. Because complaining does not release the pain, it repeats it. Your words have power. You know, when you say some things to yourself, you either bring chaos or you bring peace. So you choose the one you want. So here is the challenge. Try going 7 good days without complaining. It's very possible. Yes, you stop complaining about your job, about your life, about your shape, about how you look, about where you live, you know, those things that you usually complain about. Just go for 7 good days without complaining about it. And you'll be surprised how quiet your mind will become when you stop feeding your mind with negativity. When you stop complaining, you notice peace you didn't know you had. You start observing your emotion without reacting to them. And then you realize that peace was never missing. You were just too busy complaining that you don't even notice it. The Bible says in the book of Philippians 2 verse 14 that we should do things without complaining or arguing, so that we may be blameless and pure. When you stop complaining, you make room for God to move. So for the next 7 days, when you find yourself about to complain, then pause, breathe in, breathe out, and instead say something you are grateful for. Gratitude and complaining cannot stay in the same heart. And when your 7 days complete, come back to this video and come and share your experience with us, how you feel after this journey. You are not late. You are just learning to live, and it starts with your words. If you stay till now and you get any meaningful things from this video, don't forget to subscribe for more faith, health, and